Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to another fine episode here at the Artist's Corner, where we bring you fine drawing tutorials on a regular basis. I hope you're all enjoying this one. This one's a fun one. As you can see, I have done a little bit more on this illustration, trying to finish it up and get it ready to be finished. And I wanted to just come in here and spend a little time doing a little more detail work. I hadn't decided where else I was going to put detail exactly. Some of this is going to be done in pencil, I can tell you that. But let's go ahead and get out our trusty pencil. We're using our Dixon Ticonderoga. And we're going to come right in up here. And we're going to remember we got a light source coming from this side to this side. And we're going to go ahead and move my thumb out of the way. Start in with a nice dark edge over here and fade it this way, remembering that this is not uniform and that there are layers of moss laying on top of layers of moss. This is a very hard effect to try to achieve using a pen exactly this way, the way I'm doing it, so you'll have to understand that when I come back in with a pen, we are going for style. Style! Same with the other stuff we're seeing here. I'm going to show you some cool tricks, though, with the ink pen up in here. We're just going to remember that we're trying to stick to one side of this illustration so as to make it look like moss. Yes, dear?
Can I take a bath?
Yeah. Bathe away.
I thought that you went over it.
Huh?
Thought that you went over it.
What do you mean, honey?
Went over the voice.
I am going over with the voice right now.
No, you're not. No, I mean, you recorded another voice.
Oh, no. No, this editing is the easier way for me to do.
It's not editing. That's you filming.
Okay, I'm back again. That's called childhood intervention. She intervened me doing an illustration tutorial. That's my wonderful, beautiful little girl right there for you. All right, now back to what I was doing. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was doing a pencil work, and I was up in here showing you guys. We wanted to remember we're kind of leaving this area around the edges here, and we are going to come back in here with the pen. We're going to make this stuff look off the hook. So as you can see, I'm not really sticking to any particular design pattern. We want it to look like moss, and if we were to come in here and color this later, it would the trees further away wouldn't even probably have much for detail. They're so far away, but we'll give them just a little bit right along the edge there. The cypress trees, a similar effect. I know that the cypress trees I am thinking about usually have some sort of work on them like that. And over here the same thing. We know that we got darkness on this side and on this side. Yep, and another cypress tree. Looks like its cords are coming up. And a little bit more over there. And a little bit more over here. Ooh, you can't even see that, can you? Man, sorry about that. Alright, get those trees in there. Okay. Let's go ahead and come back in now with our trusty pen here. And we'll start over here with this. Well, I guess it doesn't matter which side we start at. We can start over here real quick. And we're just going to come in here. Love you too, honey. And with these, remembering that it's a different kind of tree, we want to make sure to give it a different style. This is the similar to the way we did the water. Come back over here and the moss. And we can imagine that there's light that's going to make its way through the moss on that tree. And here we go. 1 finger, 2 fingers, 3 fingers, and 4 all the way to cover the other one. Now a little bit more of the moss. Looks like the branch got left out right there. What else? So we've got these leaves here, and we're trying to actually define the shadowed zones under the leaves a little better in that one. And now a little bit more here. You see how I'm not even going to connect those lines. I mean, this line is for your eye more than for anything else. Now that line is going to read like lumpy edges of like this substance which is covering the tree. And if we wanted to, we could even come in here now and redefine this edge, make it even darker. You might have noticed that we have not even gone over this illustration with a secondary pen. We haven't darkened up any of the pen work in this. So we could really take this another step into that whole realm of darkness by doing that, which I may still do. But I'm trying to keep this as light as I can for this illustration. All right. There we go. Oh, forgot those there. There we go. This is definitely one that would be benefit from being colored. But I think we're going to go ahead and for now we're going to say that that's good enough. We're going to pull down here just a little bit, finish up some of the stuff down here at the bottom along this side, and then we'll probably call it good. We've got some shadows in here. Didn't want to leave them out. And as I said, these illustrations are, in my opinion, they are sketches for fine art. You know, if I wanted to take the time, I would then come in later on and spend 6 hours on a painting, on a drawing, or an illustration like this. But instead, I think it's important that you can achieve a very high quality illustration in a short period of time. This is good enough for any business. If you showed this to somebody and said this is what I wanted to do for a movie, they'd have no idea. They know exactly what you're talking about. So we're going to go ahead and we could cap the pen. I'm going to come over here and just give her a little more love. There's some fingers. 1, 2, 3, and 4 is over there. We're going to come up here to the top of her hand and go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And what else? For scales, do we want to put any in? Probably not. But I will say that scales, not that hard of a thing to do. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this illustration at the Artist Corner, and I hope you come back and join me again for more of them really soon. With your trusty, friendly neighborhood illustrator, Mr. Dave Joyner. So there you go. Mermaids in a waterfall. All right. Thank you for joining me here at the Artist Corner, Mr. Dave Joyner.